And it's not going to be an easy day tomorrow. It should be a very tense courtroom, so try and get yourself a good night's sleep.
I think that's asking for too much, Mr. Rodman.
Mike?
Mike.
And let me warn you, too, about something. Shelley Carr's attorney is not going to stop at just pleading her case. He's going to think of every question he can to ask you to that might reflect badly on you as parents. So, please, if there's anything, I mean anything at all, that might make you two look vulnerable, let me know right now.
No. Oh, there's nothing we haven't told you. Liz, you're not even listening.
Oh, yes, I am. I was just worried about Billy. I don't like leaving him out there alone, honey.
Well, I think he's all right out there alone, dear.
Yes, I suppose so, but I just wish Maria would get back.
Why don't you come and sit down? Come on. Mike, the fact that Shelley Carr's a celebrity movie star, are they going to help us or hurt us?
I don't know. It's going to certainly draw more public attention to the case, that's for sure. But more importantly, the fact that she's married now, that she's no longer an unwed mother, that could definitely hurt us.
Mr. Rodman, please be honest. Tell me what you really think our chances are of keeping Billy.
Liz, don't put him through this again.
I have this terrible
Mrs. Thatcher,
feeling.
my father and I have tried to be honest with you. It's going to be a very rough case. There is no question about it. There are just too many unusual factors.
The money?
Yeah, that and the fact that Billy's 5 years old and you two still haven't legally adopted him.
Well, we explained all that. You know our reasons.
I know. I just hope that the court will accept them. Look, Mrs. Thatcher, I don't want to hold out any false hopes for you, but my father and I would have never taken on this case if we didn't think you had a darn good chance of keeping Billy.
I keep on thinking of that couple in New Jersey, the ones who had to give the child back.
Don't dwell on that. I told you, for every case like that one, there's one where the adoptive parents were allowed to keep the child.
You know, this is the first chance I've had to really look at him. Every other time when he's gone by with Mrs. Thatcher or their maid, I've barely gotten a chance to see him.
Hey, how often have you been coming by here anyway?
Not often.
Shelley.
All right. I come here once or twice a week. I park down the street so they won't notice me.
Honey, that's not good for you.
I don't care. He's my son, and I love him.
I know. But somebody could have recognized you.
He's beautiful, isn't he? Oh, Don, I want to hold him so badly. Just for a minute.
You'll be able to hold him, as long as you want. If things go right tomorrow in court.
And if they don't?
Hey, where are you going?
I want to talk to him. I've never talked to him before.
Shelley, that's crazy.
Don. Just for a minute.
Why risk trouble? Now of all times, it just doesn't make sense.
Don, please. Just for 1 minute.
Shelley, please.
Oh, yeah? Hey, I should have noticed that. Boy, you even built up a launching pad for it and everything. Hey, what's this over here?
The moon.
The moon? Oh, I should have known that, too. Even put a flag on it and everything. Are you going to launch your rocket?
Yeah, want to help me?
Sure, I'd love to.
This is the control tower here. Are you ready to launch your rocket,
Yes.
All right, begin the countdown.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off.
Billy!
Billy, come away from there. Come inside at once.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to...
me, Billy.
How dare you? I was only talking to him. I've never talked to him before.
If you ever come near him again, I will call the police.
I only wanted to talk to him. I am his mother.
I'm his mother.
Haven't you made our lives enough of a nightmare already? And how do you think I feel? It's been 5 years since I've held him or touched him.
You have no right.
Well, that is enough. Come on, you're just making it harder for yourselves. Well, aren't you? Now, look, I know how painful this must be for the both of you. But there's nothing that you can say here is going to make the slightest bit of difference. Billy's future's going to be decided tomorrow in that courtroom.
Presence of the flag of the United States, emblem of the Constitution, of freedom and justice for all, Department 2 is now in session. The Honorable Leona Hendricks, Judge, presiding. The court, please come to order.
Feel a lot more comfortable with a jury.
You never get a jury in a domestic case. Believe me, you wouldn't want one either.
I've known Leona Hendricks for years. She has an outstanding record in domestic law.
Sherry Maudlin against Martin and Elizabeth Thatcher regarding custody of Billy Thatcher.
Does she have any children?
No.
How can she possibly understand what this means to us?
How good is Miss Carr's attorney?
J. Lawrence? Very good.
How old were you at the time of your pregnancy, Shelley?
I just turned 20.
Were you married?
No.
Were you planning to be married?
You mean to the baby's father?
Yes.
No, I wasn't. By the time I realized I was pregnant, the affair was over.
Shelley, would you tell the court why you chose to give up your baby?
Because I didn't think I had any other choice, not really. I didn't have any money. I didn't have a regular job. I was just sort of drifting in those days.
Struggling young actress.
If struggling means always out of work, yes. I had no way to provide for a baby. I didn't think I could give it a decent home.
Now, if you could have provided a home for your child, would you have kept it?
Yes, I would have.
Your Honor, that question's speculation. The fact is that Miss Carr did give up the baby.
Objection sustained. Strike the question and the witness response from the record.
Thank you, Your Honor.
There's no need to thank me, Mr. Rodman. It's a point of law. You may continue, Mr. Lawrence.
Your Honor. Shelley, would you tell the court how you feel now about the child?
That's not easy to put into words.
Won't you try?
I feel empty inside. So empty that it hurts. I felt that way since the day I gave up my baby. I should never have done it. I mean, he's my flesh. I carried him for 9 months. I gave birth to him. Any woman would understand how I feel.
And how do you feel now about taking on the responsibility of raising?
Well, my life is different now. I'm not drifting anymore. I'm married now. I'll be able to give my child a normal home.
But what about your career?
I'm giving up acting. I want to be able to concentrate on my family. I'll be able to give my son everything that they can.
Shelley, you and your husband plan to have more children?
We'd like to, but I can't.
Can't?
About a year ago, I had a problem. I had to have an operation. I'll never be able to have children again.
Thank you, Shelley. Your witness.
Miss Carr.
Mrs. Malden.
Mrs. Malden. At the time you decided that you didn't want your baby, were
Your
you...
Honor, I resent the implication that my client didn't want her baby. She's already testified that she felt she couldn't provide for the child.
Mr. Rodman.
You say that you couldn't provide for the child. Was that because there weren't any jobs available?
There were jobs,
Why didn't you take one?
because I wanted to be an actress. In those days, that was important to me.
Even though this meant giving up your baby?
Objection.
Objection sustained.
Well, how did the boy's father feel about all this?
I didn't consult him.
All right, then tell me this. At the time that you decided to give up the baby, why didn't you go to one of the public adoption agencies?
I didn't want to. I wanted to know who the new parents would be.
Oh, then you had met the Thatchers.
No, I hadn't.
How did you know that they would be suitable parents?
I knew that they were good people. Solid and stable. I knew that they were wealthy, that they'd be able to give Billy a good home.
How did you establish all of this in your mind when, in fact, you had never even met the Thatchers?
The attorney who arranged things, Mr. Detman, told me about them.
Max Detman. Are you aware that Max Detman has faced disbarment proceedings?
Objection. Mr. Detman's problems are irrelevant to these proceedings.
Objection sustained.
Had you known Max Detman long when you went to see him?
No, I didn't.
Yet you entrusted the transfer of your child to him? You took his word as to the suitability of the prospective parents? Well, the fact is, Your Honor, that the Thatchers have proved to be suitable parents, more than suitable. But you had no idea that this would be the case. Wouldn't you say that you were taking quite a risk with your baby's future?
Objection. Counsel is drawing a conclusion.
Sustained. I'd appreciate it, Mr. Rodman, if you'd let the court draw its own conclusion.
Miss Carr, Mrs. Malden. Your first picture, a film that made you an almost immediate success, came within 1 year after Billy was born, yet you've been able to provide for him for almost 4 years. However, you've waited until now to try and get him back. Why?
Because I wasn't married. If you'll remember back a few years ago, that did make a difference.
And that was the only reason?
No, not totally. The Thatchers were living in Europe.
Well, there's the mail, there's transatlantic telephones.
It was a big step. I've had to think about how it would affect Billy.
And it's taken you 4 years to make that decision?
I also wasn't sure of myself.
That's very funny because you seem very assured to me.
I wasn't sure of myself as a woman or as a mother.
And you thought that you could have other children.
Yes, I did.
And that is the crux of it, isn't it? As long as you thought that you could have other children, you really didn't think about Billy, did you?
That's not true. I thought about him. I thought about him all the time. He's my child,
Martin
my
and
flesh.
Elizabeth Thatcher are the only parents he's ever known. But because you want a child of your flesh, are you willing to destroy Billy and the parents who love him?
Objection. The question is intentionally misleading.
On the contrary, it seems to me to be the central question in this case.
If you think you can never wear Lee press-on nails because of the active things you do, try these. Active length Lee press-on nails. Easy to put on.
Into the realm of witches, wizards, ghosts, and goblins. Dare to enter this world where everything is not as it seems. Where an innocent traveler such as you can find yourself on dark paths in perilous lands, inhabited by strange and magical beasts. Where valiant warriors overcome impossible odds for the sake of the quest. Where ancient mystics defy the very laws of nature. Start your journey into the enchanted world with the first book, Wizards and Witches. You'll encounter powerful sorcerers and sirens weaving their sinister spells. Meet masters of forbidden arts as they probe the unexplainable. Then continue your journey through the mysterious with night creatures, magical beasts, and ghosts. Each is luxuriously bound, superbly written, and rich in beautiful illustrations and masterworks of art. So enter a world you may have seen but never recognized. Enter the enchanted world.
After all, how can you be sure witches don't exist if you don't know what one looks like?
To order your first book, call now, 1-800-228-4800. It will be sent to you free for 10 days. Keep it and pay just $14.95 plus shipping and handling. Others will follow about one every other month. Keep the ones you want. Cancel anytime. So call 1-800-228-4800.
We now return to This Child Is Mine, starring Robin Strasser and Don Galloway.
Not to go outside alone, darling.
I want to get the paper for you.
Oh. Oh, thank you, baby. Well, I have a wonderful idea. Why don't you go upstairs and put on your sweater? And I'll talk to Maria, and maybe she'll take you out. You can play on your swing, okay?
Okay, okay. Look, Mommy, your picture's in the paper. You and Daddy and that lady who was here yesterday.
Yes, dear, I see that.
Who is she?
Billy?
Daddy, why is your picture in the paper and that lady who was here yesterday?
It's, nothing, Billy. It has to do with Daddy's job.
Oh, look, darling, you run upstairs, get your sweater like we talked about, huh? And I'll talk to Maria because Daddy and I want to talk.
Why do you and Daddy always want to talk?
Why do little boys always ask so many questions?
You're teasing me.
Yes, I am. Give me a hug.
Oh, delicious.
Okay, Scoot, sweater time.
You know how much I love you?
Sometimes I think we ought to tell him the truth. He should be prepared in case...
Liz, we are not going to lose him. We just have to believe that. You have to believe it.
Oh, I want to.
Then do.
Are you sure we're handling this the right way?
I'm positive. We don't have any choice, do we?
Mr. Lawrence, the defense is asked to be allowed to introduce a witness at this time.
It's expert testimony, and the witness has to leave town this afternoon.
Well, if your son were asking, I'd suspect some fancy strategy. But since it's you, John, all right.
Thank you, Jay. I would like to call Dr. David Lurie to the stand.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do. Dr. Lurie, would you identify yourself for the court, please?
I am the director of the Children's Psychiatric Ward at Hayworth Hospital.
Are you familiar with the facts of this case?
The basic ones.
Dr. Lurie, if the little boy were to be taken from the Thatchers, could you make a prognosis as to the effect it might have on him?
As you know, Mr. Rodman, we hesitate to make any definitive prognosis in psychiatry. But this situation is so clean-cut that the outcome would be predictable. Frighteningly predictable.
Could you be more specific?
Well, the Thatchers are the only parents that Billy has ever known. I'm basing my remarks on the assumption that they have provided a relatively normal home for the boy, that he feels loved and secure there. If that is the case, and Billy were to be abruptly taken from the Thatchers, though in reality the court would be taking him away, well, Billy could only feel that the Thatchers were giving him away. This kind of experience could only seem cruel and wanton to the boy.
Could you elaborate on that?
No matter how it was explained to Billy as a legal process, he would have to assume that the only parents he had ever known really didn't love him or want him.
Dr. Lurie, you based your remarks on the assumption that the Thatchers had provided a normal, secure home for Billy. But what if that weren't the case?
I'm not sure that I understand the question.
Well, now, wouldn't that change the prognosis if the Thatcher home proved to be something less than secure?
That's hard to say unless I know the specifics.
Well, I can't be specific at this time.
Objection, then why is counsel raising the question?
Well, because Dr. Lurie won't be available for further testimony. Now, I repeat, Doctor, if the Thatcher home proved to be something less than the normal and secure place which you assume it is, isn't it possible that Billy's natural mother and her husband might be better parents for him?
Yes, I suppose it's possible.
Mr. Thatcher, how did you happen to go to Max Detman?
I'd heard he handled that kind of thing.
Had you and your wife tried the public adoption agencies?
No. Once we realized we'd have to adopt, we didn't want to wait.
You and your wife had waited quite a while already. You had been married for 7 years.
Exactly. We had very much wanted a baby of our own. We kept hoping. Well, by the time we accepted the fact that that just wasn't going to happen, adoptable babies were scarce. Girls were using contraceptive pills, having abortions.
So, despite the fact that you and your wife were respected members of the community with a more than comfortable home, and despite the fact that apparently you could give a child every advantage, you still chose to get a baby through Max Detman. Now, I ask you again, Mr. Thatcher, why?
Well, I told you, Mr. Lawrence, we wanted a baby and we didn't want to wait. We knew we were getting older.
No other reason?
No. No other reason.
Here it comes, the money.
Mr. Thatcher, the week that you and your wife got Billy, did you give my client a check for $20,000?
Would the witness answer the question, please?
Yes, I did.
Why did you give her the money?
Because I wanted to be sure Billy was ours for good.
Are you sure that you weren't trying to buy something else besides security?
Like what?
I don't know, Mr. Thatcher. Could you and your wife have wanted to conceal something?
Now, what would we want to...
Objection, leading the witness.
Objection sustained.
All right, then, Mr. Thatcher, you tell me. Why did you give $20,000 to an unemployed actress when she was already willing to give up her baby?
She took the money, didn't she?
What are you saying, Mr. Thatcher?
I'm saying she accepted the money.
Well, do you know what my client did with the $20,000?
Oh, no, how would I know?
If it pleased the court, your patience were justified. Shelley, I know what you're going to say.
There has got to be some other way of doing this without bringing up the money. It's only going to raise a lot of other questions.
Now, you heard that doctor give his testimony. If you want Billy, we are going to have to be ready to use everything in our possession.
I don't want to do it like that,
Honey,
though.
he's right.
Your Honor, I would like to introduce this document as evidence. Now, this is a letter of instruction to the Trust Department of Western National Bank. It asks that they establish an irrevocable trust of $20,000 in the name of Billy Thatcher. The letter was written by my client, Shelley Carr, just 1 day after she received that money from you, Mr. Thatcher. I'd like to call Elizabeth Thatcher to the stand.
Raise your right hand. You swear that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Please state your full name.
Elizabeth Caswell Thatcher.
Mrs. Thatcher, do you feel that you and your husband have created a stable and suitable atmosphere for Billy?
Yes, of course we have.
You and Mr. Thatcher have a rather full business and social life, don't you?
I suppose we do. But our home and family are the most important part of our lives.
And you can afford to give your family, or to give Billy, the best. Can't you, Mrs. Thatcher?
We have a comfortable life, yes, but we give Billy love and discipline.
Who takes care of Billy?
I do.
You employ a full-time cook and a maid, don't you?
Well, we have a large house and we do a good deal of business entertaining. That's why I keep a staff, but I look after Billy.
What exactly do you do?
What does any mother do? I see to his meals, I drive him to nursery school. I have him with me in the afternoon.
Seems unusually devoted, a woman of your wealth.
These are important years for Billy. What does money have to do with being a good mother? I think it's important for him to know who his mother is.
Mrs. Thatcher, considering how uniquely devoted you and your husband are to Billy, why haven't you taken steps to legally adopt him?
We've been living in Belgium. My husband's work took us there.
Your husband works for Caswell Electronics, doesn't he?
Yes?
Now, isn't the company owned by your father, Charles Caswell?
Yes.
Then wouldn't you say that you and your husband had some control over his place of employment?
My husband is a key executive with the company. It was important that he be in Belgium.
I see. Mrs. Thatcher, you and Mr. Thatcher have been back in this country for almost a year now, and yet you still haven't taken steps to initiate a legal adoption. Why?
Well, I suppose we were worried that something like this would happen, that Mrs. Malden would change her mind.
You suppose that was your reason?
It was our reason.
So, you and your husband have been letting things just take their course?
Yes.
Would you speak up, please?
Yes, we have.
Now, Mrs. Thatcher, are you aware that the adoption procedures in this state include a very thorough investigation of the adoptive parents?
Yes, I know that.
Were you afraid, then, that the investigation might indicate that you were an unsuitable parent?
No.
You're sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
May I remind you, Mrs. Thatcher, that you're under oath?
I'm a good mother. I love Billy.
Then I repeat, if that's the case, why have you been afraid to institute a legal adoption?
Objection, Your Honor. Excuse me, but the previous testimony has not established that this witness has been afraid.
Sustained. Strikes the question.
All right, let me rephrase the question. Why have you let 5 years pass without legally adopting Billy?
What's this all about?
I don't know. You have any idea who that woman is?
She used to work for us.
The legendary unicorn. He possesses the brightness of light that drives away all darkness. Legendary unicorn, call 1-800-453-7600. That's 1-800-453-7600. To save COD charges and receive the legendary unicorn poem, use your credit card or send $19.95 plus $2 postage and insurance to Legendary Unicorn, 1100 Spring Street, Suite 108, Atlanta, Georgia.
How about poor Fred Wilson? I heard Gene needed help with his funeral expense.
That's ridiculous. What about Social Security?
When my brother passed away, his wife got a Social Security death benefit check for $255. And the funeral cost almost $3,700. Oh, on earth did she pay for it? Well, fortunately, my brother bought life insurance a few years before he retired.
That cost a pretty penny.
Oh, that was Prime Life 50 Plus. It sells for as little as $6.95 a month.
That's right. And premiums never increase for any reason. And your benefit won't decrease as you grow older because this is whole life insurance. If you're age 50 to 80, you can't be turned down. To get all the facts, call this toll-free number for a free information package.
Hello, Colonial Penn?
If you're over 50, call 1-800-257-1234.
Remember, the call is free, and so is the information. That's 1-800-257-1234.
We now return to This Child Is Mine, starring Robin Strasser and Don Galloway.
I'm a practical nurse.
And when were you first employed by the Thatchers?
5, 6 years ago.
Why were you employed by them?
She was sick.
Mrs. Thatcher. What was the nature of Mrs. Thatcher's sickness?
She was sick. She had troubles.
Well, Mrs. Dayton, would you answer the question directly, please? What was the nature of Mrs. Thatcher's sickness?
You forced me to come in with that subpoena.
The court must ask the witness to answer the question.
Well, she wasn't a happy person. And people do crazy things when they're not happy.
Just what was it Mrs. Thatcher did, Mrs. Dayton?
She drank.
I will not permit any further outbursts of this kind. You may proceed, Mr. Lawrence.
Your Honor. Mrs. Dayton, do you specialize in people with drinking problems?
I have a lot of them, most of my cases.
And would you say that Mrs. Thatcher was an alcoholic?
She was sick. She and her husband wanted to have a baby, and she couldn't have one. Mr. Thatcher seemed upset by this and started working late hours. So she drank.
How long did you take care of Mrs. Thatcher?
Oh, about 2 years.
Dr. Moore kept you on the case for 2 years. Isn't it safe, then, to assume that he felt that Mrs. Thatcher was an alcoholic?
Objection, Your Honor. That's an unfair and prejudiced assumption.
Objection sustained.
Mrs. Dayton, how long did Mrs. Thatcher continue with her drinking?
Once she knew she was going to get a baby, she was a different person. She didn't even think about liquor.
But isn't it a fact that for the 2 years that you took care of her, Mrs. Thatcher was acknowledged an alcoholic?
Yes, she was.
I think this might be a good time for the court to adjourn for the day.
No questions at this time, boys. No questions. Please.
The fact that you were one time an alcoholic, Mrs. Thatcher had some responsibility.
Surely you have a comment. All right, that's it, fellas.
All right, what made you think that you could keep a thing like that a secret?
No one but that one nurse and Dr. Moore knew about it. We wanted you to take the case.
So you lied to us. You let us go into that courtroom not knowing what the pitfalls were.
We were desperate. We wanted you to. We felt there was no other way.
And how did you expect us to do a decent job for you when you withheld one of the basic facts of the case?
We were sure it would never come up.
It's Jay Lawrence's job to know everything about the both of you. Just as it is my job to know everything about his client.
I swear to you, no one but Dr. Moore and May Dayton knew about my drinking.
What do you mean?
We were able to keep it a secret. We kept completely to ourselves. Nobody came to our house. I never went out. I never went to a clinic. I never went to AA because I was too ashamed to face anybody. I was raised in a very strict family, Mr. Rodman. There was never alcohol in our house. Ironic, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Even when I was at my worst, no one but Dr. Moore and May Dayton knew about it.
You sure about that?
Well, I was sure until today. But I can't understand how Miss Carr's attorney could have found out about it. Believe me, if we thought there was the remotest chance of this coming up, we'd have told you about it. Please believe me.
I don't know what to believe anymore. I'm used to trusting our clients.
Mike, we investigated the Thatchers thoroughly before we accepted this case. Nobody came up with anything like this.
Come on now. How did Jay Lawrence find out about
Rodman,
it?
how badly have we damaged our case?
What do you think?
My wife hasn't had a drink in over 5 years.
That is not the point.
Am I going to lose Billy because of this? Am I?
I don't know.
Mrs. Thatcher, will you give us a statement?
Now, give us a comment on this.
Hi, Mom and Daddy.
Hi, darling. How's my favorite truck driver?
I'm okay. Are you? Give me a kiss. Oh, sure.
I have some phone calls to make. I'll make them upstairs.
What'd you do today? Look, Mommy, look what I can do. What?
Oh, my goodness. It's wonderful.
How did you expect us to do a decent job for you when you withheld one of the basic facts of the case?
She drank. Mrs. Thatcher was very definitely an alcoholic.
She drank.
Am I going to lose Billy?
I don't know.
She drank. An alcoholic?
I don't know.
Mommy? Mommy, what's the matter?
Nothing, darling. Billy. Honey, would you like to hear a story? Yes? Get in my lap. Up you go. Okay. Well, now, let's see. Once upon a time, there was a fisherman and his wife who wanted a baby very badly. Well, one morning, one wonderful sunny morning, woke up, they opened their door, and there was a baby on their doorstep, all wrapped up in a blanket. Yes, it was a little boy. Oh, they were so happy. Well, they took the baby in, and they fed him, and played with him, and they raised him as their very own. They loved him so much. It was the happiest part of their lives.
Is that all?
No. No, one day, when the little boy was just about your age, a woman appeared at the door. And she said that the baby really, the little boy, belonged to her. And she wanted to take the boy back. Well, the fisherman and his wife said, oh, no, you can't do that. Oh, no. And they shut the door right in the woman's face, and they locked it.
Then what happened?
Well, then the woman went to the king of the land, see, and she showed him her letter. And the king decided that the fisherman and his wife had to let the woman take the boy away. So the king came with all his soldiers, and he forced the fisherman and his wife to give the child to the woman. Now, the little boy was very happy with the woman, because, you know, she was really a very good person, and she was very kind to him. But the fisherman and his wife were so sad that their hearts almost broke, because they loved the little boy so very much.
I don't like that story.
Why not?
Because if they really loved the little boy, they wouldn't have let anybody take him away.
Yes, how about a comment on this for us right now, Miss Strasser?
If you think I'm going to say something to condemn Mrs. Thatcher, you can just forget it.
Well, don't you have anything to say about it?
Yes, I do. I am very sorry that my lawyer had to use information like that. I wish there was some less brutal way of settling all of this. Excuse me.
Well, now,
Gentlemen, that's all.
there is...
Mrs. Malden, may I speak to you for a moment?
Liz, what are you doing?
May I? Of course. Mrs. Malden, I just wanted to say that... You know, I don't drink anymore.
I know that, Mrs. Thatcher.
I'm a good mother. We're both good parents. Billy is very happy with us. If you had ever been to our house, you would know that. You're still young. You can still adopt so many children.
Don't do this.
Why can't I tell her? Why shouldn't she know how I feel?
I do know how you feel, Mrs. Thatcher. I know that you've been a good mother to Billy and that you've been wonderful to him. I hope you can believe that.
I was wrong the other day. I mean, you could come and see him if you wanted to. You could come and be part of his life, but please
Mrs.
don't...
Thatcher, I do not want to hurt Billy, and I wish there was some way that I could have him back without hurting you. But I should never have let you have him in the first place. I'm his mother. I'm his mother. I have been his mother for 5 years. He doesn't even know that he's adopted. Don't you understand what you're doing to us, to Billy?
Are wish we could have avoided that, Mrs. Malden.
So do I. I really don't want to hurt her.
Then how come you keep dragging up all of this ancient history?
I have already apologized to the Thatchers. I don't think I...
find out about Mrs. Thatcher's drinking?
Rodman, we're really not in court here.
I don't know.
Well, I think you're lying.
Rodman.
You think what you like.
Oh, I'm going to do a lot more than that. I'm going to find out who your source really is.
Mr. Rodman, I think I've had enough of you.
You don't have to be so rough on her.
Excuse me, but that is the lady that's trying to take away your baby from you.
Yes, of course. Look, I think I'll join my wife.
Mike, I've contacted Dr. Moore. He'll testify for us.
What? Oh, I'm sorry. What did you say, Dad?
Mrs. Thatcher's doctor. He'll testify for us. I expect Lawrence will finish today.
Can you do without me this morning?
Why, Mike?
Somebody I got to talk to.
Well, what's happened? Have you found something we can use?
I'm not sure. I just keep getting new vibrations about this case. Strange vibrations.
If you think you can never wear Lee press-on nails because of the active things you do, try these. Active length Lee press-on nails. Easy to put on as natural length, as flattering as glamour length Lee press-on nails, but in a length that beautifies active hands. Active length Lee press-on nails. Beautiful, yet sturdy enough to use over and over. They take your favorite polish so well, they're almost impossible to chip. Active women press-on. Lee active length press-on nails.
Thank you for your order, and be sure to look for your free gift. Would you like to receive a free gift, too? I'll be right back to show you how.
Roger, Mother Goose. Radar locked on target. 00532 miles. Looks like a piece of cake.
Even with millions of dollars worth of computerized guidance systems, heat-seeking missiles, and state-of-the-art avionics.
Fox 1, missile away.
It's still the cool steel nerves of the pilot that wins battles.
He's going down. Trouble. 2 bogeys in my 6. I'm out of here. Looks like I've lost him. Correction, he's on my tail. Just fired.
And you can fly with these pilots in the Epic of Flight, the Time Life book series that follows the history of aviation, beginning with the fighting jets. This is the book that lets you fly over Mig Alley in Korea and sit in the earliest jets with a gun's eye view of battle. Relive the war of 1,000,000 sorties in Vietnam. Dance across the desert in Mirage 3 during the battle over Sinai. And fly to victory over the Falklands in the amazing Harrier jump jet. Each book traces a different chapter capturing the greatest moments in aviation, highlighting the pilots that made the difference. And it starts with the fighting jets. So call toll-free and begin your adventure in the Epic of Flight.
Sierra Hotel. Bogey going down. Give me a vector. I'm coming home.
Hi, I'm Carol at Time Life Books. Call now and receive your first book, Fighting Jets, for 10 days free. Keep it, pay $13.95 plus shipping and handling. Other books will follow, one every other month. Keep only the ones you want, cancel at any time. If you call now, you'll also receive this digital watch free with your purchase. Call 1-800-257-1234. That's 1-800-257-1234.
I'm Chuck Tanner. Most players know the only way to win is through teamwork. That's why we're all pitching some good advice today. If you're involved in drugs, get uninvolved. If not, stay that way. Let's stop drug abuse and win.
This message was brought to you by LAD and the Turner Broadcasting System.
To her, weekday mornings were just waxy yellow buildup until she discovered romance on the Superstation Morning Movie.
And tomorrow on the Superstation Morning Movie, Kirk Douglas takes the law into his own hands to become a matchmaker? For love or money, go where the laughs are. The Superstation Morning Movie, 10:05 Eastern tomorrow. We now return to This Child Is Mine, starring Robin Strasser and Don Galloway.
When did you stop working for the Thatchers?
Just before they got the baby.
Now, why did you leave the case?
She didn't need me anymore.
Now, what brought that about, Mrs. Dayton?
It was just like I was trying to say yesterday. When Mrs. Thatcher knew the baby was coming, she really pulled herself together. She didn't need liquor anymore.
In other words, she was cured.
She was better than cured. She was a new woman.
Mr. Detman. You don't have to look at that newspaper. You know exactly what's going on in that courtroom.
What do you want here, Rodman?
Just a few answers.
I already talked to you.
I know, but there is something that just doesn't make sense to me, particularly in the light of this.
Well, it was all a long time ago. Maybe you can't make all the pieces fit.
Well, I'm sure going to give it a try. What's the matter? Why don't you want to talk to me? You were only the attorney on the case. Is it because you charged the Thatchers $5,000 to get them a baby?
Now, listen, Rodman, I didn't go to a fancy Eastern law school. I just take what comes my way, and I do okay.
You sure do. Who was it that came to you first, the Thatchers or Shelley Carr?
It's been more than 5 years. Who remembers?
Oh, you remember. Do I have to subpoena you?
Now, look.
Now, wouldn't it be a lot easier for you to tell me right here and now? Especially for someone who's in danger of losing his license. Well?
The Thatchers must have come to me first.
And then Shelley Carr just happened along.
Probably.
You can do better than that, Detman.
All right. She didn't just happen along. A girlfriend sent it to me.
And what was this girlfriend's name?
Well, let me think. Glenville. That's it. A girl named Luann Glenville.
You have an address on this girl.
Well, wouldn't do you much good, would it? Girls like that generally keep on the move.
Well, like I said, Mr. Detman, I'm sure gonna give it a try.
Dr. Moore, have you continued to see the Thatchers since you treated Mrs. Thatcher?
Yes, on a social basis.
Now, would you say that they are providing a good home for the little boy?
I've been practicing medicine for about 30 years. I've seen lots of families, lots of family situations. I've met very few parents who are as devoted or as sensitive to a child's needs as are Elizabeth and Martin Thatcher.
Now, as the doctor who treated Elizabeth Thatcher during her drinking problem, would you make a current evaluation as to her condition?
Mrs. Thatcher has not touched alcohol in 5 years. By any standards, she has no drinking problem.
Now, you say Mrs. Thatcher hasn't touched alcohol
take his
in
word
5
for it.
years.
That's right.
Martin?
But what authority do you have to make this?
You weren't even listening to me.
Figured that after
Okay, dear, I'll be right back.
remission of the problem, psychological.
Hello? Well, I was wondering when I'd hear from you. Now, look, I don't know how long I can keep on playing games with Rodman. He's smart. Now, wait a minute. There's only so much a person can do. If I see he's getting any closer, I'll let you know. Are you still at the same number? All right.
Martin. Mr. Rodman.
May I come in?
Oh, yes, of course. Excuse me.
Is your husband at home?
No,
You
he's
happen
not.
to know where he might be?
No, I don't know. As a matter of fact, I think I do. He got a phone call right after dinner, and it's got me worried. It's been 5 years since I heard the voice, but I'm sure it was Max Detman.
Have any idea why Max Detman would want to see your husband?
No.
You really don't know, do you?
No what?
Mrs. Thatcher, I think I know why Max Detman called your husband.
What is it?
And frankly, I don't expect to see him in that courtroom tomorrow.
What are you talking about?
How badly do you want to keep Billy?
I think you know the answer to that.
How strong is your marriage?
Mr. Rodman, what are you trying to tell
I'm going to have to
me?
do something in that courtroom tomorrow, Mrs. Thatcher, and believe me, it is not going to be easy.
What is it?
Please, would you sit down?
Mr. Rodman, what is
Please
it?
sit down. I'll explain. I would like to recall Mrs. Malden to the stand. Mrs. Malden, At the time that you gave Billy to the Thatchers, were you aware that Mrs. Thatcher had a drinking problem?
No, I was not.
How did you find out about it?
I didn't. My attorney, Mr. Lawrence, did.
And how did he find out about it?
I don't know.
Your Honor, I fail to see the point of this line of questioning.
The witness isn't required to answer the question.
How long has it been since you talked to Max Detman?
I don't know, years, I guess.
Are you sure?
I said years, didn't I?
When you were pregnant, who introduced you to Max Detman?
A friend.
A friend?
A girlfriend.
What was her name?
Joanne Glenville. Excuse me, Luann Glenville.
Well, which was it, Joanne or Luann?
Luann.
You are sure?
Your Honor, counsel is trying to distract the witness.
Mr. Rodman.
I am sorry, Your Honor, but it does seem odd to me that Mrs. Malden would forget the name of a girl that played such a significant role in her life.
I did not forget her name. It's Luann Glenville.
I see. And had Mr. Detman performed the same legal service for Miss Glenville, finding parents for her illegitimate child?
Yes, I think so.
You think so?
Look, I told you it was 5 years ago.
And you forgot.
Yes.
Was she a close friend?
No.
Was she a fellow actress?
No, she wasn't.
Was she the same Luann Glenville that was arrested last year on shoplifting charges? Mrs. Malden.
I don't know. I haven't kept in touch with her.
You haven't kept in touch with the girl that introduced you to Max Detman?
Your Honor, I fail to see the point to these questions.
Well, the point is a very simple one, Mr. Lawrence. You see, I think, and as a matter of fact, after spending the better part of yesterday looking for her, I would swear that there's no Joanne Glenville or Luann Glenville, that the girl just simply doesn't exist. And I also suggest that the first time that Mrs. Malden heard that name must have been last night when Max Detman probably phoned her to synchronize her stories.
Counsel's remarks are abusive and totally out of line.
These are very serious accusations, Mr.
I
Robinson.
realize that, Your Honor, and I have no wish to abuse or intimidate this witness. As a matter of fact, I feel a little bit ridiculous about my past treatment of her. You see, I realize now that Mrs. Malden has acted out of the most admirable motives. Am I wrong? Haven't you been trying to protect Elizabeth Thatcher from the truth?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, don't you? Isn't it a fact that you knew about her drinking problem a long time before you gave her Billy?
Your Honor, I must continue to object.
Objection sustained.
Your Honor, I must suggest that this witness knew a good deal more about the Thatchers and that she knew it from a very reliable source.
That's not true.
Oh, come on, Shelley! You don't have to protect my client any longer. She knows the truth. That is right. At least she knows it in her heart. Didn't you give Billy to the Thatchers for a very special reason? Because Martin Thatcher is the boy's natural father.
Even the way we met was an accident. I was out of work and needed money, so I went to one of those temporary employment agencies. I lied. I said I was an experienced secretary. The first job that they sent me to was at Martin Thatcher's office. I didn't know shorthand, so I tried to remember everything that he dictated. I really made a mess of the day. I thought he'd be furious. But when I finally did tell him the truth, he thought the whole thing was very funny. We got to talking, and he asked me out to dinner. I was lonely, and there was something nice about Martin. He was gentle and understanding, and I could see he wasn't very happy. He called me a few times after that. We would go to lunch or just go for walks together. Martin Thatcher and I really just kind of drifted into having an affair. There was nothing very passionate or romantic about it. It was more of a kind of a dependency. He told me about his wife's drinking and why she drank. I knew he loved her and that what we were doing was foolish. But I was lonely. and depressed about my career. When I was with Martin, he made me feel special. Different from all the thousands of other girls who'd come to Hollywood to be actresses. I don't think Martin Thatcher and I were ever really in love. We were just two lonely people, being kind to each other.
I bought this by mail. They said it would grow hair. See any hair?
If you suspect mail fraud, call your postal inspector. Don't take getting taken.
Daddy, what's Vietnam?
What's Vietnam? A question a child might ask, but not a childish question. A question that in the past has led not to answers, but only to other questions. What were we fighting for? Why didn't we just drop the bomb? How could we fight an enemy we couldn't even see?
Did all those people die?
Time Life Books and Boston Publishing present The Vietnam Experience, the series designed to answer the nagging questions.
Did we win the war, Daddy?
Each volume looks at the war from every point of view. No matter where you stood, you'll gain new insights into your own position, as well as those you may have opposed. You'll attend secret meetings at the White House and walk into an ambush to draw enemy fire. From Khe Sanh to Chicago to Saigon, you'll be there, learning much you didn't know about Vietnam, and much you didn't know about America.
Why did we fight the war, Daddy?
Call toll-free and start putting the Vietnam experience into focus with Combat Photographer. You'll see what it was like over there from a perspective the media couldn't provide. An historic perspective that only now are we able to consider. It is important that we honor and remember those who gave their lives for our country. But honoring isn't enough. Remembering isn't enough. We must answer the question, what's Vietnam? For ourselves and for the next generation.
Will I have to fight in a war, Daddy?
To order your first book, call now, 1-800-228-4800. It will be sent to you free for 10 days. Keep it and pay just $14.95 plus shipping and handling. Others will follow about one every other month. Keep the ones you want, cancel anytime. So call 1-800-228-4800.
He was just a shade tree carpenter until the Superstation matinee made him a hero.
And tomorrow, this is no ordinary camp, and these are no ordinary boys. What they're about to do will change lives forever. Billy Mummy in Bless the Beasts and the Children, 105 Eastern on the Superstation matinee tomorrow. Superstation Profile, Rick Mailer, pitcher for America's team, the Atlanta Braves.
If you really want to do something bad enough, you have to work real hard at it, and you can't give up. You just have to want it bad enough to keep going. You have to believe in yourself.
This team is your team, America's team. Braves versus Padres, 7:35 Eastern, tomorrow. We now return to This Child Is Mine, starring Robin Strasser and Don Galloway.
I'm sorry, Liz.
Do you wish to
Is that all you can say?
I don't know what else to say except I'm so sorry.
Couldn't you have told me the truth?
Never wanted you to know. I didn't want to hurt you.
Hurt?
I would have given anything to have spared you this.
Where have you been since last night?
I didn't think I could face this.
Feel as if I've just destroyed their marriage.
You want the boy, don't you?
Do you have more witnesses, Mr. Roger?
Yes, Your Honor, I do. I would I'd like to recall Martin Thatcher to the stand.
By the time Shelley knew she was pregnant, we had stopped seeing each other. She called me, told me she needed help. From the first moment, I wanted that baby. I'd wanted a child desperately. And the idea of having my own child, well, I know it was selfish, but it seemed as if instead of being punished, I was being handed a miracle. At first, Shelley didn't want to go through with the pregnancy, but I saw her several times, and I finally persuaded her.
I'm scared, Martin. I'm scared of the whole thing.
Do you want the baby for yourself?
Don't even ask me that. You know I can't take care of a baby.
Shelley, let me have it, please. At least the child will have one of its real parents. And Liz will be a good mother, I promise you.
Are you sure that she'll stop drinking?
She drinks because she wants a baby. Look, I'll make a bargain with you. If she doesn't stop, then we won't go through with it.
Are you going to tell her that it's your baby?
I don't want to hurt her. There's no reason for her to know, ever.
I don't know. I'm still scared. I mean, it's so risky. How could we even arrange it?
Wasn't that hard to arrange. I'd heard about Max Detman. I went to him and told him the story, and then I sent Shelley to him.
Martin, would you please tell the court why did you give Shelley the $20,000?
I was worried about her future. I knew she wouldn't take the money from me, so I told Detman to force it on her.
And then after the baby was born, you and your wife went to Europe.
Liz had stopped drinking. But she didn't want to go through an adoption investigation, not right away, and I was just as happy to get away from California. It wasn't easy. Every moment of joy I had with Billy, every moment that I shared with my wife was spoiled by the fact that I was living a lie. There were times when I had to tell Liz the truth, but I couldn't. I just couldn't risk it. And then when we came back this year and were told that Shelley had changed her mind, nightmare only got worse. I'm not just afraid of losing Billy. I'm afraid of losing everything I love.
Your Honor, before we rest our case, I would like to make one final statement to the court. Our clients may seem to have behaved very foolishly in this trial. They've concealed vital evidence, not only from the court, but from myself, my father, and from each other. Their actions may have been questionable. Nevertheless, I feel that their motive was above reproach, because I feel that I know that motive was love. The Thatchers loved their little boy, and because of this, they tried to hide a very unhappy past. Martin Thatcher loves his wife. Because of this, he tried to keep one of the most awful truths of all from her. I know that the court is well aware of the ordeal that this trial has been, not only for my clients, but for the plaintiff. Well, as an attorney and as a man, I find it very difficult to countenance deception. But, Your Honor, in this case, if that deception has reflected anything about the Thatchers, either as parents or as people, it has reflected the depth and warmth of their feeling for their little boy, their concern for his welfare. Well, there isn't a mother or a father in this world that wouldn't lie for their child, not if the alternative were to lose that child. To have to face that kind of an emptiness. It is with this in mind that we rest our case.
Mr. Lawrence.
Your Honor, Mr. Rodman's statement was moving and valid. But I feel there are other considerations of which the court should be equally cognizant. I'm not speaking of my client's longing for her child. I feel she has already made that longing readily apparent to the court. And Mrs. Malden has told you that she intends to give up her career, anything else that might conflict with her family life. No, at this point, my concerns are not about my client. They are, quite frankly, about Billy and the Thatchers. The revelations that have been made in this courtroom will undoubtedly have a very serious effect on the Thatcher marriage. Now, what that effect might be, none of us can predict. But it could be devastating. And despite my sympathy for the Thatchers, the fact remains that Elizabeth Thatcher has a history of serious alcoholism. And no one has been able to guarantee us that faced with a critical upheaval in her life, she would not take to drink again. Well, Your Honor, that upheaval has come. So, I must rest my case on but one question. Is the Thatcher home still a secure place to raise a child?
Court is dismissed till 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. I will announce my decision at that time.
Liz, I have to talk to you.
There's nothing left to say.
Liz?
Thatcher, how do you feel this case is going?
We would like a statement, please, if possible. We have a deadline, Mr. Thatcher.
Martin, I'm sorry. I really did try to keep it a secret.
I know. You behaved pretty marvelously. Have you known all along that Billy's my child?
Didn't make any difference. He's Shelley's child, too.
Martin, what do you think's going to happen between you and your wife?
I don't know. At least it's all out in the open now. It may be much too late for honesty.
Sunday and Monday on the Superstation. If you could rise above it all, live a floating fantasy of castles in the air, where would you go?
He wants to go to the Riviera, but I kind of lean towards Niagara Falls.
Niagara. It's dreams, drama, and danger. Looking for adventure? Join us for the rise and the falls on National Geographic Explorer. Sunday at 8 Eastern and Monday at midnight Eastern, 9 Pacific on the Superstation.
We now return to This Child Is Mine, starring Robin Strasser and Don Galloway.
Mr. Rodman, is anything wrong?
No, no. I just wanted to see how you were.
Come in.
Thank you. Is your husband home?
Yes, he's upstairs. Packing his things.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Are you sure this is what you really want?
Mr. Rodman, I heard what you said in court, but it is a little easier for you to forgive Martin than it is for me.
You may be right, but wouldn't you say that you two were rushing things just a bit?
I don't know. I just feel as if the last 5 years have been built on quicksand.
And has this changed your feeling about Billy?
Of course not, but Martin should have told me the truth in the beginning.
Oh, if he had, would you still have adopted Billy? Well, would you?
I don't know.
You know something, Mrs. Thatcher, it's a funny thing, but when people get backed up against the wall, they do unexpected things. That's right. Well, look at Shelley Carr. She goes into court to try and get her child back. Yet she withheld evidence, vital evidence, that could have helped her case, for your sake. Well, your husband saw a way for you two to have a child, and he took it.
And if I had been able to face my own barrenness and not drink, we would have been able to adopt a child in the normal way.
That's right.
It's not simple, is it?
No, it isn't.
Well, I can tell you one thing. Mr. Lawrence doesn't have to worry. I am not going to start drinking again.
Liz, I'd like to see Billy before... Hello, Rodman.
Martin?
Liz, I'd like to see Billy before I go.
Martin, sit down, please. I think we still have a lot to talk about.
This has not been an easy decision to arrive at. So much has happened that might have obscured the basic issue of this suit. The notoriety of the case itself. The dramatic revelations that have been made in this courtroom. The lives that have been changed since this trial began. But none of that alters in any way the fundamental question. What's right for the child? Billy Thatcher isn't old enough to make this decision for himself, so the court must make it for him. That's an awesome responsibility. For as has already been remarked here, the decision will shape the boy's whole life. And inevitably, someone will be hurt. I've considered the evidence carefully, the testimony of the doctors and psychiatrists and of the principals themselves. I spent most of the night reading and rereading the transcript of this proceeding. As Mr. Rodman suggested in his statement yesterday, I'm well aware of the emotions involved here. Oh, the primitive longings and passions involved in being a parent. And I'm well aware of the risks as outlined by Mr. Lawrence. But it still comes back to the same question. What's right for Billy? There really isn't anything else that matters. On those grounds, I have had to make the best decision that I can. It is the judgment of this court that it is in the child's best interest that he remain with the Thatchers.
How do you feel now, Mrs.
Well, what are your plans, Mrs. Thatcher?
Yes, are you going to start adoption proceedings immediately now?
Congratulations, Dave.
Mommy, here I am.
It's got to be a hard thing to look at.
He's a good-looking boy, isn't he?
Well, why shouldn't he be? His mother is quite a lady.
Is that a consolation prize, Mr. Rodman?
You know, there are some cases that nobody loses.
Goodbye, Mr. Rodman.
We are going to be all right, aren't we?
What do you mean?
I mean, we've been through so much. Everything in our lives has been made public knowledge. The fact that Billy is my natural child.
Is it too much for you, Martin?
No. No, I'm only concerned about you, about us.
Mommy, Daddy, I want to go home.
Hey, big fella. Up we go.
I think that's your answer.
You hold on. Let's go.
If you think you can never wear Lee press-on nails because of the active things you do, try these. Active Length Lee press-on nails. Easy to put on as natural length, as flattering as glamour length Lee press-on nails, but in a length that beautifies active hands. Active Length Lee press-on nails. Beautiful, yet sturdy enough to use